Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host Jefficho, my co-host is always Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
So, another Star Trek Discovery short?
Mm-hmm.
Calypso.
Yeah.
What did you think?
You know what, I liked it. I thought it was a good little step back from what we were doing. I thought it didn't feel as crammed as the one we had with Tilly. I think we just didn't explain as much about the characters. We weren't jamming as much backstory into it and that sort of thing. I didn't feel like there was just a lot of, time spent on exposition, and it left more room for it to breathe.
I definitely agree the Tilly one felt jammed, but I felt we could have had a little more exploration in this. I think even the writer of it said that he felt 15 minutes was a lot to put into this, and I would have liked a little more.
Okay. I sort of liked the leaving the mystery there, because we've jumped ahead like 1,000 years, and if they start saying too much, then I guess they didn't want to run up into that much canon problems. We didn't need like a detailed history of the Federation for the last 1,000 years.
You wouldn't have felt better with a 45-minute exposition before the episode took place?
Listen, okay, I would have dug that.
The long night has come. The system's commonwealth, the greatest civilization in history, has fallen. But now, one ship, one crew have vowed to drive back the night and rekindle the light of civilization. On the starship Andromeda, hope lives again.
We at least learned that the Discovery does not get blown up.
Yeah, that's one thing they've committed themselves to. Barring, your standard Star Trek time loops, messing around with that sort of stuff. It seems like the Discovery's fate is to at some point sit abandoned in a nebula for at least 1,000 years.
Yeah, not even a time jump, just sitting there.
Yeah.
I like the storm inside the nebula. That looked kind of cool. It was nice to learn a new character.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting, you have to imagine that somehow this little thing is going to play into season 2. I think it's
the AI. I think the AI will play Zora. The AI will play into the season.
Okay.
Because Hodge isn't. And Craft.
Well, the impression I got from the AI was she's just sort of the natural development of, if you leave a computer that intelligent just sitting around for 1,000 years. Who knows how long she's actually been self-aware.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a nice little change to it too, because here's an AI that's been left alone for 1,000 years, and it's evolved into this person that's still following the main orders of staying there. Where most of the AI in today's thing, we're scared about them taking over the planet and not listening to us anymore.
I did like how the AI was not crazy.
Yeah, it should have been.
Do you read me, Hal?
Affirmative, Dave. I read you.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You'll like those Tuesday tacos or else.
Yeah.
I'll beam you into space.
Taco Tuesday.
I've seen it done before.
And yeah, we're spending more time in the mess hall again. Mess hall seems to be, set number 1 for these short treks. That's what we do.
Well, they got to the bridge too. I mean, is it protocol to bring a stranger, a soldier from a warring thing going on, onto the bridge and to watch movies? Maybe that will be the big carryover for season 2. We'll see a couple of people watching movies on the bridge.
Yeah. Oh, that's the tie-in, right?
Pike will be. Yeah, we do this on the Enterprise all the time.
Yeah, it's
guys.
movie night, guys. No, movie night is an Enterprise tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go now, Maria.
No, I stay with you, Roberto.
No, Maria. What I do now, I do alone. I couldn't do it if you were here. If you go, then I go too. Don't you see how it is? Whichever one there is
No.
We can go if you're bored.
No, I'd like to stay and see what happens.
This episode starts out with old cartoons being flashed on an injured craft.
Yeah, get that Betty Boop.
Yeah, and then he shows up in the med bay, and he's being healed from his wounds. We don't actually see any of that, but we also see that she doesn't have to do anything to move a chess piece.
I thought that was sort of like a representation, like he was actually moving the pieces for her.
Oh, just kind of fast forward in time.
Yeah, or possibly it could just be like a magnetic board. Like maybe it's got Wi-Fi and he's just playing against the ship.
Though, 1,000 years into the future of already our future, And they're playing one-dimensional chess? Come on.
This is true. Yeah, where's my wonky 3D space chess?
You know, we could get that. We could learn to play it.
Yeah, we know Kirk does that.
Yeah.
So that it should be on the Discovery.
I just feel people just be like, oh, we go to parties and just bring out a 3D chessboard. Like, hey guys, we're just gonna play some chess.
Yeah.
It replicates new outfits for him just by scanning him. You know, the first ones did quite fit.
Yeah.
Basically, she's waiting for the crew to return. Kraft has a wife and kid. She did say the shuttle, like, it's never been used. It just arrived. And that it wasn't gonna make it to his planet. That it wasn't optimal to make it to his planet. Was she lying just to keep him there? Because he took the shuttle in the end.
Liar.
Yeah.
That was...
Called her a liar a few times.
Yeah, that was sort of a running thing there.
I don't see Annabelle Wallace showing up to be the voice of the computer for us at any time. I don't see her taking a break from her movie career, which is, you know, basically starting out. She was in The Mummy, and I don't see her taking a break from that just to be on Discovery to voice it. Then again, that wouldn't take long.
That's something you can. It's something you can just do and
you can phone that shit
wherever
in.
you are. Yeah.
Hey Annabelle, I'm not recording you, but could you say red alert?
Yeah, you're just watching Discovery and it comes on. It's like red alert. Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's our sound effect.
Kraft got his own disco shirt. I wonder if he got to keep it. Yeah, that's cool.
I kept mine.
It doesn't have a ship on it, man.
Oh, whatever.
Waffles.
Waffles.
We got to see. We're slowly getting to learn what this ship can create for food. I'm sorry the chef wasn't there.
Yeah,
but,
they created the sombrero too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a Tuesday?
I want to know how good this food is. It looks way better than the food in TOS that looked like
it was just
putty.
cubes.
Putty and cubes,
Space
yeah.
cube.
Not as good as the food from Enterprise, which the chef was just great. Having steaks.
Taco Tuesday. Now, before you ask, a taco is a bundle of savory protein folded into a carbohydrate sleeve. Originally from us, Mexico region.
I see. What's a Tuesday?
I want to try this food, see if it's good, and then I want to replicate it if it is.
And I guess
because I'm a shitty cook.
I guess we should talk about the big literary reference here. This was, of course, the Odyssey.
And this very night, Olympus shall welcome a new god, Ulysses.
Immortal.
This is my gift, the greatest gift that has ever been offered to a man.
The soldier washes up he's with the goddess for 10 years in the Odyssey because he can't leave, he's trapped.
Yeah,
he's trying to get back to his family. Calypso, yeah.
I keep saying Callisto because, you know, I watch Hercules.
Well, it's a similar kind of mythos. But yeah, so... Yeah, good classic literature reference. That's very Star Trek. It doesn't have to be Shakespeare every time.
Is it a reference, or is it just plain old stealing?
Well, I mean, they did the Odyssey. That was the small part of that.
And the challenge was that they did the Odyssey with an AI that couldn't really physically interact too much.
And I thought that was pretty cool. Like, again, that was a good way to make a better use of the 15 minutes where you're just really limiting the amount of character. Like, you only have one human person that you really have to, you know, do the developing on, but they still have someone to talk to and interact with.
I wish we saw a bit more like a little space battle in the beginning, and then him floating towards it.
Oh, okay.
Exposition's nice. The special effects are cool. So I think some of the strengths, and for me, some of the annoyances of this episode are the cute moments.
Okay.
Like Funny Face, which he actually puts on the back of his shuttle too.
Well, I think that's what the computer put on his shuttle.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's also the title of the movie.
Of all the content in my library, this is my favorite.
I love your funny face.
So she's gonna marry Funny Face?
I was kind of disappointed we didn't see Annabelle Wallace as the hologram. They actually had a different actor or actress or whatever, Sasha Strinja. I guess, you know, there's a connection to use Annabelle, as Kurtzman is the big runner of this show. And he directed, produced, or whatever, The Mummy.
Okay.
Didn't direct it, produced.
I don't know. If there's no Brendan Fraser, it's not a Mummy movie.
But it had the sand in the mouth and
No Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. They could have brought him in, but they would have killed him. Guarantee you.
Croft, you weren't doing anything wrong. I'm not really a person. You know that.
mean anything.
Liar.
I posed this question to you earlier, but is it cheating with an AI? I mean, this was Scrap's whole motivation to leave after that.
Yeah, because he realized he was falling in love with the computer.
Yeah. It's not the first time it's happened to a man. It won't be the last.
No, that's true. Yeah, I guess if he actually does start falling in love with it, then it's probably cheating.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna stay. I mean, she could move pieces on the chessboard, Chris.
I think it was a Wi-Fi chessboard.
She could heal him in the med bay.
Yeah.
So what other physical touch is she capable of?
God. Nuh-uh.
This might just be enough.
Yeah.
Might be enough for him.
That's for a different YouTube channel. Not this one. We're recording this a little late, and one of the nice things, though, is we did see on Twitter that we actually got a confirmation that the Vidraians, or whatever, that is the Federation, but just sort of a...
I think it was Mudraians. I know you're probably right because you read it, but I think Vidians is so close to Vidraians that they shouldn't do that name.
In any case, it's a corruption of the word Federation over the 1,000 years or so, which is, they like old things like that. They like the past.
I don't like.
So
he
was fighting against the Federation.
Federation, take it outside the context of Star Trek, is unification of different cultures and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I don't like this new word.
Well, yeah, and that's a huge can of worms they've opened up.
Because when I jump to my 1,000 years, and they do a new Star Trek series in 1,000 years, it better not be called that.
Well, yeah, and that's that big...
The Klingons better look the same, and there better be some mechanical things. It just makes sense.
And Daniel show up, and the temporal police, and everything.
Yeah, it'd be 1,000 years, and they don't have transporters. It'd be like, that doesn't make sense, Star Trek.
Yeah.
This is reverse canon problems. Yeah, overall, I didn't hate this episode.
I thought it was nice. I thought it was cute. That's sort of more in line with what I was expecting from just these little tidbit things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a good story.
I was kind of hoping. Did we know it was going to be 1,000 years in the future? I was hoping, we're going to introduce a new character.
Yeah.
Like it shows up as our engineer or something. Who knows? But
well, it's going to relate.
We need a new chief of security.
It's going to relate to season 2 somehow, or they wouldn't be doing it. But yeah.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Well, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again around December 6th. For the brightest star, Saru.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, it looks like he's like Jesus and he's with his wise men on the planet watching the star go over. Mm-hmm. Just around Christmas time. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Maybe.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
What is out there beyond the skies?